You don't even get the chance to use willpower. You've already given into your urge without you even knowing. It just slips by your mind and you've already engaged in the bad habit and you feel terrible because of it. Not to worry, because this 4-step framework here, this system will solve this problem about 80 to 90% of the time, even 100 if you implement this correctly and consistently. So let's get into it. So as you can see, 4-step framework system. Start with noticing the urge, stopping. When I mean stopping, you physically stop yourself from doing anything. You funnel, and then you repeat this every time the urge arises. So what we're doing here, that usually the reason why we can't and struggle to defeat urges especially is because we try to fight them in our head. We try to sit down, resist, outlast by like doing breath work, just sitting. You've probably heard the advice or probably watched a video that told you just to sit there and just wait. But eventually that hasn't worked for us, it hasn't worked for me, and it hasn't worked for you. So what we're doing now is we're taking this to a completely different like dimension. We're doing this physically. So what we want to do here, and the best way to get rid of the urge, is not to fight it head on, but we have to run from it essentially. We have to transport ourselves into an environment where the urge cannot get to us, which is usually outside or when we're doing something physically strenuous. So let me walk you through what a possible thing could look like. Let's say you have a scrolling addiction and you get an urge to scroll. You feel it in your mind, you feel this kind of tense, almost feeling. Next time you get an urge, be able to notice this. If you can't notice the urge, this framework is useless. So begin to notice. How do you notice it? If you struggle with noticing your own sensations, your own feelings, this practice could help you, and it's called meditation. What you're doing in meditation is simply becoming aware of thoughts and aware of the way you feel. So once you're aware and do this by practicing meditation, you will be able to notice and realize when you have an urge. Okay, now second step, stop. When I mean stop, full stop, everything. You don't do anything. You physically stop yourself from doing anything. Hold your breath if you have to. Just do that. Just literally freeze. Like someone press pause. And you do nothing. You just sit there for a couple, like 5 to 10 seconds. Usually this is what old frameworks literally have you do, to stop and do nothing else. They just tell you, don't, just resist, bruh. It doesn't work. It's stupid. That's why I created this new one based on one that had you try to fight in your mind, which is obviously doesn't work. So now that you stopped, what you have to do is funnel. So funnel, when I say funnel, I need you to like literally kind of divert yourself and your energy and this like kind of tense feeling you have, and kind of transmute and funnel it into a physical action. This could be running, the gym, exercise, could be you building something hands-on, could be playing an instrument, anything that takes your mental and physical energy and attention. And then repeat, pretty self-explanatory. Just keep doing this every time an urge arises. If you're already doing activity, and then you finish that activity, let's say you went for a run, came back, and then you get another urge arises, which is normal because they keep on coming like waves after waves. Just simply do another activity, or if you've done all the activities you thought of, repeat that in the order. So you may be wondering what these bubbles here are for, which are blank. So what these are for, so that you can write your own like speed dial habits of physical activity that you want to do. So my idea for this is you can have this very framework printable, and you can have it somewhere in your wall. And then once you've printed, you could probably write down, let's say, for this first bubble over here, you want to have like, sorry, for this one, you want to have like running or something. And then you want to have, I don't know, let's say, you can say gym. Or what you could do is just have habits like that written down, so you don't even have to think about it. It's like just turn your brain off and follow the system, because your brain is the reason why you've been relapsing, and reason why you keep falling into bad habits, acting on the edges, basically everything. So if we take out your brain, which is proven to you that to be untrustworthy, and replace it with this simple system, which is just a series of actions that you follow, it is probably likely that you will have a greater chance of resisting urges, because you took all the thinking out of it. You just have to follow. And having this printed on your wall and stuck somewhere where you can see it makes it way easier and easier for you to remember in the moment, in the heat of the action when you actually get an urge. Just stare at your thing, follow the thing, and resist and defeat the urge. You don't truly defeat an urge, just let it run away from the urge, yes. So that's basically the gist of it here. Alright, now let's tackle what happens if you're actually scrolling. You catch yourself scrolling and you've already kind of relapsed and given into the urge. Not to worry. What you want to do here is also notice, stop, but in this case when you've already done the thing, put away what you've done, pack up, clean yourself up, kind of pick yourself up, just get back into a normal neutral state, and then just follow the system as it goes and just do a physical activity, get back on track, and try to kind of ease back into a routine that you have set. And if you get an urge again, keep repeating this. It doesn't matter if you fail once, just make sure, because if you just realize you've been scrolling for 30 minutes, it's better to put the system in place and get back on track than realize, oh, I've already scrolled for 30 minutes, I might as well do another 7 hours. What's worse, scrolling for 7 hours or 30 minutes, or just 30 minutes? Of course it's 30 minutes, so if you already catch yourself doing it, don't worry, don't feel too bad. Feel bad, of course, because you made a mistake, but not so bad that you scroll for another 16 hours and you waste an entire day. So just realize you have messed up and just apply the system and keep that going. Okay, so I'm going to make this available to you so you can just print it off. Write down the habits you want to have remind in your mind in the bubbles. You can stick this on your wall somewhere visible. So when you do get an urge, inevitably you will have this system in place and will follow it with a good precision and outlast the urge. Now here's the thing to notice. You're not going to be successful 100% of the time. That is normal. You are human. If you're expecting 100% and get mad when you don't, you're being delusional. It's not bad to strive for it, but understand that if you do, and eventually you will do, because we're all human, we're all going to mess up eventually, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just simply return, understand what you did wrong, and keep trying. Just always aim for perfection, but if you can't accomplish it, don't go spiraling and don't go beat yourself up about it. Just simply apply the system and keep trying. So I hope this has helped you. Here's another thing I want you to know. Of course, print this out. I will be coming up with more systems that will literally help you with everything around that loop, which I'll put on stream again. So this can help you literally change your life. This is one of the first steps we need to do as well. Get this urge control, impulsing and disconnecting the connection between impulses and actions. If we can do that, we'll be quite fine. We'll be all right. That's the first step I want you to do. So try put the system, just do something physical, get some energy out, trying to transmute the energy of the urge into something productive. And I hope this has helped you, and goodbye.